Today we are going to go through the process of how you can get an FBI clearance certificate. So the first thing that you will have to do is go and search for FBI clearance certificate on Google. Okay, so the first link that you get is fbi.gov and it says identity history summary checks. Just click on that link. This page will open, and pretty much on the same page you see almost three options using which you can get the FBI clearance certificate. Now we can read through this, but the most simplest way would be to go through electronically submit your request directly to FBI. So since I am not within the country, I'm not in USA at this moment, I'm outside, and I want the police certificate pretty fast, so I'm going to follow this process. Okay, so now I have already gone through this process. I have already received my FBI clearance certificate. So these are the steps that we should be go. The electronic filing system is really very simple, and it just has two steps. So the first step is like you just go to the website. uh, Let me click here. They will have a form on this page. Okay, you can provide your email address here. Once you provide your email address here, uh, they will send a page. See, you will see this: your identity history summary request was received, please check your email for further instructions. So I say okay. I log into my Gmail account. I'm opening the page. So now you can see that I have received a request from FBI. So see, this is the request that I received. I click on it and I say this is the request. So I click here. I will need a, they have also provided me a pin. I need this pin to log in. So once I go there, I provide the pin, and now they send me a page. Now they send me to a page where you can read through this if you want. This is pretty much basic thing. This is the form that they need. Okay, so this is pretty basic. You can provide your name here, whatever, first name, middle name, then you can provide whatever you want here, your date of birth, place of birth, US citizenship or legal permanent resident. If you are not a US citizen or a legal permanent resident, you can select no. Now the legal permanent resident here, US citizen is pretty much, that means you are a citizen of United States of America. But a lot of people have a question about legal permanent resident. So what is a legal permanent resident? Legal permanent resident is nothing but, let's say you were not born in USA, so you are not a US citizen by birth, but let's say for example you have filed a green card application with the USCIS, and you have received a green card. That would make you a legal permanent resident of United States of America. Okay, so that is what is called a legal permanent resident. Now, the country of citizenship should be India. Country of residence should be the place where you are currently located. So, if you are at this moment while you are filing this application, if you are in Canada, you should put Canada here. Then the next place is select sex. It should be male, female. This is pretty basic. In the race, if you should select this one based on your continent. Since I am from India, my race is Asian, so I will select Asian. Height, weight, eye color, and hair color. You already know this. Just make sure that you select the eye color that you really know. If you want, you can take a look at your eye color in the mirror. People generally think that their eye color is black, but you should really check it out once. Even I was under an impression that my eye color is black, but when I went for an eye test and I consulted the doctor said that your eye color is brown. So I might be naive in this, I accept that, but I think you should be pretty clear about what your eye color is. If you are confident, that's okay, but just confirm it once. Now you can select the reason of request here. This is confusing for a lot of people. Even for me, it was. If you go through the application form at some place on the FBI FAQs, it says that this form cannot be used for for job purposes and other things. So it's really a little bit confusing, but don't bother about it. Just select live, work, or travel in a foreign country and move on. You should select a correct mailing address here, because this mailing address will be used for, if you this mailing address should be the address where you want your FBI clearance certificate to be mailed to you. So if you are living in Canada, just put the correct Canadian address in this place, and address, postal code, city, state, phone number. This is pretty basic. I believe you should be able to select this once you have selected the country. So if you, let's say, if I select Canada here, if I select Canada here, I can put my address here, whatever it is, and I can move on. So now going back to the preferences, it says, would you like your date of birth included on the response? If you want, you can choose yes. Similarly, you want to receive status notification, yes, via email. It would be a good option to choose. It doesn't, I mean, it's pretty basic. You should always select it. Would you like to have a hard copy response mailed to you? You should select yes. It's always good to have a hard copy, right? It doesn't charge, they don't charge extra for it. Now this is the place where you need to send your fingerprint card. Now what is a fingerprint card? So in a nutshell, this is the form that you will get. You can download it just for your purpose, your information purpose. They have this fingerprint card, and this is the place where you will see how your fingerprint should be taken. uh, but don't worry about how your fingerprint has to be taken. Maybe you can go through this for your information, but there are a lot of fingerprinting agencies, right? You can go to any fingerprint agency. They already have this form FD 258. They know what is a FBI police clearance certificate. In Canada, it's pretty much a norm that people very often do need fingerprinting. And the place where I went, they were pretty professional, and they had a scanning machine. They took my fingerprints. It's a little tedious to take fingerprints, but I believe it should be done. You should not do it on your own. You better get it done. They actually provide you this form also. They print your fingerprints on this form, and they will give it to you. They will give it back to you. So once you get that form, you take that form, and you uh, take that form, and you need to send it to this particular address. Okay, so now moving on to the next. This is the payment information. Once you say proceed to payment, it will take you to a page. You can use any type of credit card and make your payment. It asks you to pay $18. Once you pay $18, you will get a mail just like this. Now, before that, keep the first mail that you got. Click here to access your request and this pin. Save this mail. I mean, don't delete it at least, because when you will get your fingerprints, when the report is generated, you will be able to access it online using the same credential. So you will have to click this link, and you will have to enter this pin to get your fingerprint report. Okay, so now once you have entered, we are at a stage where we have entered the money information, or we have entered that you entered the payment information, and you have already paid your money. Now this page, you will get this email saying that, okay, this is your identity history summary request confirmation. Your order number is so and so, your payment verification code is so. You indicated your fingerprints would be delivered by email, delivered by mail. Please refer to the following details. Now what you need to do is, once you have that fingerprints with you, you need to take a printout of this email, and uh, see, if delivering your fingerprints via email, please send your complete fingerprint card along with the copy of this confirmation email to this division. So you will have to send a copy of this confirmation email along with your fingerprint card, which will be nothing but your fingerprints printed on this card, and this form completely filled up, and you need to send it to this electronic department. I hope this helps you. Let me know in comments if you have any question for me. Thank you so much.